I guess episode 10 is a crucial episode for Frankie and for Will. For Will in particular, obviously he lost his wife way back in episode 1, series 1, and he spent the whole of that first series on this journey to try and find out who the killer was, and he thought he had, and eventually he was able to start to try and move on with his life. What he discovers in this episode completely turns that on its head. He obviously discovers it's Frankie. For Frankie, I guess it's a bit of a weight lifted. When we saw her confess in episode 7, that was a really crucial moment for her. The guilt that she's been carrying around for killing Meg for 3 series essentially has really been consuming her, and we really saw that come out with Bridget in episode 7 when she confessed. And then she kind of backed down from that confession, and it was clearly kind of between the two of them. But this coming out now to Will, I guess a part of Frankie is relieved, that this is out. It's a bit of a weight kind of lifted off her shoulders. And in the scene when he takes her to the corridor when they're alone, I think she kind of fully expects him to kill her, and she probably wouldn't begrudge him that. It's also a shock because suddenly he thought he knew who killed his wife, and he'd kind of packed that up. He tried to kind of move on, and now everything is suddenly back in his face, and his whole world is turned on its head, as if it's not bad enough. He's up for killing Harry. One of my favourite scenes in episode 10 is the afternoon tea scene with Doreen and Ferguson, which is just brilliant. I think those two actors are incredible, and the writing in that scene, the performances of the scene, the direction of the scene, it just all kind of gels. And Pamela Ray just is absolutely terrifying as always. I only have to kind of see her in the hall and I hide in the toilets. She's brilliant. So Frankie's finding it really hard to believe that her parole is actually going to happen. I think she's so used to this world now and being a cog in this wheel. She's always kind of looked to leaving, and obviously she's studying to become a lawyer, and her career post-prison is important to her. But I think deep down, she has this feeling that she's never ever going to get out of Wentworth. And this is a feeling that's really going to haunt her for the rest of the series and right into the finale.
Episode 10 finds Boomer in a really weird space. She's kind of putting all her energy into Maxine, and genuinely so. However, I think Katrina thinks that psychologically she's probably just avoiding the elephant in the room, which is Frankie, and Frankie's about to get out. Boomer, even through everything, still loves Frankie. You don't get over a love like that. I think she always will, and it cuts her to the core to think that Frankie is getting out only because she won't be in her life anymore. And but she tries everything she can to hide that fact. If Frankie gets parole, Boomer would act as though she's happy to see the back of her, but she ain't happy. She wants her Frankie.